Hey, hey! Look who I talked into coming back. Time to finally put the radiant in place. We got everything else pretty much ready for the pour. Woo. There's a few things we have to do. Of course, there always are. This is the PEX we got from Lee Valley Valve. So that is 300 feet of half-inch PEX just in that little roll there. None of our runs are longer than 300 feet. Most of them are under 200 feet, but so we'll come in here and follow the plan. I'll show you that in a minute, that we were given by Jackie Sher from Geo Jerry. She's our HVAC engineer. And we've gone around, we've got the pass-throughs in place for the vents, and James made some boxes to go on top. When we go around with the transit and set our floor level and snap lines, we'll transfer those lines also to these boxes, spray release on it, have a spot that shows where the floor is coming to, and then we can pop those out after the pour. At least that's our plan. So this is an example. She did the drawing that shows the entire main floor, and then this is a blow up that she did per room area. So there's the manifold. It's actually going to be over here now because this is a little smaller, but it shows you the loops. So we come down, we're going to go around, go into that closet, come back out, make our loop. It's going to be 176 feet long, and it zips around and comes back up. And then we do the furthest loop, and then you just keep coming in on yourself until that's done, and then we'll do the other side and go across the entire house. And we've made these little deals to hold our turns, hold our elbows. That'll be the stress relief for the half-inch pipe. Okay, we have our little contraption set up. So we have our circuit number on there. B26 is coming out. We know how we're going to run it and get back. We're going to run around, do the closet, and then we come in and we do about half the room, and then come in and hit that. And then we have to be mindful because these two come around and feed the bathroom, so we have to be thinking about, we don't have marked in the bathroom yet?
Toilet?
No, our toilet's going in there. We don't have marked. We haven't measured out for this countertop, so we stay off of that. We'll do that after this one, though. So I'm going to try and hold this in video, but I don't know if it's going to work. We'll see. What am I doing with that?
Seeing where we need to run.
Oh, I know. I remember. See, if you're one of my descendants and you're watching this, because actually that's why we started the channel, was so that as we deed this land to family and everything, and it hopefully stays in the family, but you never know. We'll see. And they watch these back. So if you're watching this and it's many, many years from now, see the great lengths we went for your comfort. Mm-hmm. Right?
Except if they're living in a house that's not this one.
Well, that's their fault. They should have lived in the best house. You know who gets the house? Whoever gives me grandkids. Mm. Well, you already claimed the downstairs room.
And I'm going to do the grid one in the basement.
Well, someone's got to take care of it. All right, enough of this talk. Let's get to actually working.
How much should come out?
You can go out. We're probably losing 30 foot of spool, so you can waste some extra in there, because once it comes up, we're going to have whatever we do for our manifold height. Yeah, that's fine. You want to put a couple wire ties around the ones that are next to things just to keep it from pulling away. The pad for if we want to have it is in the garage. To be able to kneel on.
I mean, I don't want to be dragging it around.
Okay.
I prefer maybe like knee pads.
We have some.
Somewhere.
Are they with all the safety gear?
Maybe.
Oh, there you go. Possibly. There's always a strong possibility that something exists somewhere on the property. It's like a lost and found, like a hide and seek.
Hey, plenty of stuff exists.
Yeah. We got stuff everywhere. It's just where we left it last.
Where you put it last.
Oh, fruit. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna get old quick. All right, and then we're gonna be within 6 inches of the wall. I think y'all get the idea. We're gonna switch over to time lapse and see if we can get some of this in place. Well, one is done. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's all right.
There you go. So it comes out of here to the wall, around, goes into the closet, and then does some windy wind here, and it winds itself back around, and boop, there. So there's 2 loops in here. We'll do another loop to fill in the inside area here. And then this other one that we went ahead and got in place is doing the bathroom, and then it'll come back. And I think with that one, we'll probably be able to do the hallway or something like that. I have to look at the footage marks, but there you go. So easy. Not bad. But thanks to Lee Valley Valve for the really good specs and easy to pull stuff. That's been good. I think that's actually going to stay in place enough for us. We'll see. We might run some things to the bottom and zip it in. We'll see.
Or worry of someone knocking into it.
While we're pouring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we can come down and take a angle bracket. Oh, you know what we can get? Shelf angle brackets. You know what I'm talking about? The ones you use to put shelves up, like it's an L bracket. We can just take those and run it into that and screw it to the floor and do like 3 or 4 of them per thing. That'd be perfect. They'll hold it in place, and then, yeah. All right, that's done. Well, this part, it's a quick little deal. So you kind of keep it off of the wax ring where the toilet goes, keep it off the cabinets. You go, especially with ICF, the only load we've got is off the windows. So we go a little closer together at the windows, and yeah, we're not too stressed about it. We got this, it's ready. So now tomorrow, because we didn't get till late start today, so tomorrow we come through here, do the hallway there, do this room, and then we've got the pantry, which gets some, but not a real heavy load, and guest bath, guest bed, get all that done. So our goal, kind of got it split out to be done this week, so we need to get to this line, to the guest bedroom area tomorrow, and then over there and out there, then Wednesday, there Thursday, did the bedroom, primary bedroom stuff over there Friday, and then that'll be ready. So zeroing in, I've got to remeasure some of this, want to make sure we've got everything how we want it. There is a cooktop goes there. I marked for a sink, but she did decide it looks stupid to do a use. That's going to be by itself, so I'm going to make that one a little bigger. If I make that one a little bigger, I'll have to push this just a little bit. So you got to decide if that's worth it. I know that's clear as mud. I know I can push that way all I want, but she wants to be facing this way. So the cooktop's here, but I want, right now, she wants like a 6-burner cooktop, which she cooks a lot. I cannot complain because I want her to keep cooking. Y'all see, she cooks. Hey, ooh, look at all this pipe. Pipe everywhere. All right, well, the radiant system is pretty much ready. I say pretty much because at every one we still have to run the feeds. We being me, we're going to put some sleeves in and just run that later. However, problem you run into, like this one isn't a problem. Let me show you one that would be tight. I want you to really see what I'm talking about in case someone's watching this is going to do their own. All right, here's one. So the guys had put holes in for these sleeves, and if you notice, this is the corner. So how's that going to work out? Because you're corner wood, you know, you're going to have like 3 studs and making up a corner, plus you would want it closer. We actually have enough room to probably sneak these in and be fine. However, let's say we wanted to put it, let's say it was a little closer to here and it's just not going to be any room. We can come up, and I'll show you a picture where we did this. We can come up with the 90s and round it in and go ahead and run it over, and it'll just be buried in the concrete and come up where it needs to. So that's probably what we're going to do in a couple places, but overall I just need to cut them. There's a little bit of wire tying left to do to get the gap that I want. Just a couple places it's tight, but the guys did a great job. Josh was out here all week. I was running around taking care of projects. I didn't get a lot of video, but you get the gist. I mean, it was the idea of what's going on. It was 95 degrees, and plus with no roof over here, sun shining down, metal reflects, it really bakes in here. They knocked stuff out. I appreciate that. Like I said, a couple of things to still tie up, but overall, pretty much what we wanted. Just a little tighter spacing at windows and doors and exterior walls, and then open it up a little bit here. This is one. So Jackie's office has its own loop and its own thermostat, so she can set her room to whatever she wants. So instead of having a manifold in here, we turn it down. It goes through the floor. It's just the in and out loop for her office. And we can do the same thing to do some feeds to these manifolds. Next up, to be able to pour the concrete floor and get this behind us is to get those feeds ran. There's a couple places you don't need a slab sensor for the system to work. I mean, it turns it on and off what the temperature of the air matters to you. But I'd like to just get that data so I know what the slab's at. So I'm gonna put a few slab sensors in here and there. The plumber has to come back. He was talking about core drilling after, but I think with all this radiant and everything, I feel better if he just goes ahead and puts his pipes in. So I'm gonna talk to him about that. They're starting out at Major tomorrow because the game building gets the slab. So starting out there to do that. So then they'll be here. The framers are starting out at Major Thursday. So they'll take probably a month to frame that beast up or so. And then they'll be here. So I've got a month-ish to have everything ready to where they can come in here and we can frame the rest of this and finally put a roof on it, which would be great. It's about 10 days, and then pour concrete. We'll go around, wire tie a few little places up that I see I want to do, get this ready, pour this within the next 2 weeks, and then we're going to jump into the base. Oh, no, we're not. I know what it is we have to do. I ordered floor boxes, which will be in a week from tomorrow. Because we're putting floor boxes in for outlets and data in certain areas. The living room gets a couple. Over there in the living room gets one. She said that the sitting room got one, but we didn't mark that, so we'll have to see if that's true. In her office, yeah, so I got to get those, set those heights, see if I've got to cut the floor any, or if they're thin enough, might have to cut the floor some, that's fine. I got metal ones so we can tack weld them in. Get that ready. So floor boxes, plumbing, feeds for the radiant. Then we can pour the concrete, get that done. And then we're going to immediately jump into the basement and go ahead and get it ready, pour it so that the house concrete is done and framers can come in, we can get all our walls up and get the roof up. Lots of stuff still, of course, big projects, gonna be lots, I'm gonna say lots of stuff still for a long time. But man, getting a roof on this thing, we'll feel like we got somewhere, and then we'll do our walkthroughs, make our plans for electrical, and jump on that. So, lots of fun content still coming up. Stay tuned.